Oh.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I be of assistance?
I don't know. To be honest, I was only just passing and I'm not really giving it much thought. Do you do part exchange? I was thinking about 5,000 and whatever you give me for my car.
Right. Well, we've got a lot more vehicles behind the showroom. Do you do a lot of driving, or you just want a local runabout for the kids? It's a lot more on what you said you wanted to spend.
I like the colour of the seats. Trouble is, I get terrible static.
Look, you can test drive any of them. Maybe have a think about it. Come by tomorrow.
So I need something a bit substantial with good legroom, obviously. See, this one's got really big mileage.
Yeah, well, if it hadn't, it'd be more expensive. It's a lot more on your original price. Well, I think you're set in them all. Best would be to see how it handles. I can arrange a test drive.
Let me try the grey one again. How much for my car, did you say?
Well, the book says 1,300, but,
See...
Oh, that one's not for sale. It's mine.
Bloody hell. Jump leads would have been cheaper.
Morning.
Morning. If she were a bloke, you know what that would be a substitute for, don't you?
You said last night you wanted a word.
Yes.
But I can refuse to work with the VPs.
You don't have to if you don't want to, but in my experience it's much better if all the prison officers know all the prison inmates.
But I can refuse.
You can, but would you mind telling me why?
They just make my skin crawl.
Sex offenders? How do you feel about the mentally retarded? The other vulnerable men? Some of them are on the VP wing because they're in debt to other inmates. How do you feel about them? A VP wing does not only contain sex offenders.
I just can't deal with them. And the union says I don't have to. Look, the wife and I have just had a little girl. Now, the HIV and AIDS inmates are in there, so...
All right. Thank you, Mr. Malahide. I'll let you know my decision.
Woo! Who's a pretty girl?
My lover.
Lovely. Give us a kiss.
Nice arm.
Sure.
I'd like to see around all the wings. Estimate how many more months we're going to need.
Morning, Governor.
Got to be very diplomatic about it, huh? A boy in training for the marathon? Oh, what's going on?
Monsieur, it's orders. He's a lad that absconded from his dental appointment.
I wasn't informed about this.
Right, Walter, out. Take a shower and eat your dinner.
No way. Until I get my radio back, I'm on hunger strike. You tell that bitch governor I'll starve to death unless I get my radio!
I spoke to Mr. Malahide this morning and he won't go to the VP wing, so I've moved him over to D wing and you've got Jackson as his replacement. Tip off, Mr. Lyons. You'll probably be having the area manager and the operationals director wanting to look over the wings. Okay.
Hello?
Mavis, since Mr. Andrews and Mr. Bunny are here, could you show them into my office, please?
Yeah, sure.
Car insurance, shocking prices, costs a fortune. You wanted me to shop around.
Mavis, did you know or have any prior warning that they were coming?
No?
Show them in, Mavis.
Mr. Andrews and Mr. Bunny from Prison Services HQ.
Good afternoon,
Good
Miss
afternoon.
Hewitt.
Good
We're not interrupting anyone.
No, please take a seat. Thank you.
Oh, could he stay?
Please.
Miss Hewitt, you at no time informed the authorities that last month, the same day that 2 men escaped by helicopter, there was also a third escapee. Someone... Webster?
He came back voluntarily. He's now due for release. He lost 21 days remission. Both officers concerned were placed on report, as was Webster.
We're obviously aware of how difficult it must be to run Barfield under these conditions, which is the reason that I'm here. To consider if Barfield should remain in operation during the rebuilding. It's now highly questionable.
Right, area manager's in with the governor, and they might just do an impromptu walkabout.
Shit. You're not going to believe this, but that prat Walter Brinkley is on a hunger strike till he gets his friggin' radio returned. This is down to you, mate. 6 months at Pentonville didn't teach you much, did it?
No, you told me to take that radio off Brinkley. This isn't down to me.
It's down to prison rules. If they can't obey them, they get what they get. So anyone starts even heavy breathing, you come down on them. We've got to look tight as a nut. Because the word is they could be closing this place down. And I, for one, don't fancy detached duties, Christ knows where. Poor old Smedley's stuck on the Isle of Wight.
Come on.
Second, Malahide. If you've got any kit down here, get it packed up. You're going on D-wing.
Why am I being moved?
Governor's orders. Go on, son.
Oh, this is beautiful. You on for a game of pool?
Nah, gotta get this bitch sorted out. That's got a hell of a kick. You get it off Snoopy again. Here, Anthony, have a drag.
You smoking in French fags again, Colin?
It's okay. They ignore it. They all know we use it. Keeps us quiet. Keeps us happy. Keeps us.
My God. I'm reeling.
Go on, have a drag. Oh, hallelujah. Come on, get happy. Forget your troubles and wear a smile. Take a good lungful. It's good and it's cheap.
You got onto the landing?
Yeah. You play pool, do you?
No.
Chess?
No.
Poker? Rummy? 5-card stud?
No.
Well, I sincerely hope you wanker is going to be a very boring 18 months in here, sunshine. Now, come on, pass it on.
Bloody hell.
Due to the time, I would like to tour the prison before association ends.
Is there a good local restaurant?
I'll arrange a table. Mr. Marshall, would you?
Yes. What's your reaction to the new Plante Productions? Specifically, the proposed special security unit?
Well, I think if we have criminals that require 24-hour surveillance, we need a more sophisticated method of housing and controlling them.
Staff approved of the plan too?
Yes, without question. Total approval. Apart from Miss Hewitt, she seems to be the only one against it. Gentlemen.
You're being moved to C-Wing.
Why?
Can't ask me, Government's orders. The area manager's doing an impromptu walkabout.
We're now on this landing. Well, you better check out cell 29, mate. You got wacky backy lit up in there.
Being sharp, are we?
What's the matter? Bit tough on the other wing, is it? Just laughing, fellas.
Can't we better get that sorted? The only time I don't fight over the channel is when Bait Watch is on.